everybody. So today we're here with Rickey Aiken. Rickey, thanks for coming out, man.
My pleasure, man. Thank you for the opportunity.
So the whole purpose of this video is to kind of give everybody an idea on what to expect this Saturday. I have the pleasure of being here right now with Rickey after a good encounter by Joseph. A lot of you know Joseph. So it's an opportunity, I think, for us, for Rickey, to get to know each other, and we came up with a few questions that I think would give everybody a great idea and help Rickey to kind of express what he thinks we might want to learn through this encounter. So, if you don't mind just telling us, who is Rickey Aiken?
If I could explain who Rickey Aiken is an inner city innovator. And an inner city innovator is someone who inspires, empowers, and embodies the change they want to see in the inner city. So I'm about being the type of person that I needed growing up in the inner city of West Palm Beach.
Awesome. It's a good point is trying to be the person you needed.
Yeah.
While growing up. Can you elaborate?
Absolutely, man. You know, when you're growing up and you feel like you didn't have someone care enough for you, look out for you, be a big brother to you, protect you, provide for you, teach you, love you. I feel like our world would be a much better place if we all adopted the mentality of being what we needed, not only to younger generations, but to each other. So I kind of caught that drift growing up, kind of making it out of some of the adversities I went through as a child. And now I want to set the standard. I want to inspire people to be that, because I think it does nothing but moves our world forward.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So with that being said, and that being one of your goals, you've been achieving a lot. I've heard you told me some great accomplishments. What do you do to have that opportunity also be attainable or reachable to other young generations and people at all ages?
Well, one thing that like I'm gonna talk about gangs. One thing that gangs are good at, they're good at recruiting. They're good at building their numbers. They're good at drawing people into their fold. So that's the kind of momentum that I want to build within my movement. The inner city innovator movement. We want to recruit at-risk youth who are like me growing up, and I want to give them a leader, an influencer who's going to guide them down the right paths in life, instead of the self-destructive ones that are too accessible to them. So that's what I want to do. My first thing is recruiting. We do community engagement walks where we're going throughout the community, block to block, engaging youth. And we're trying to recruit them to our group mentoring initiative, where they'll receive leadership development. And we want to give them the tools they need to do outreach, to be leaders, and to provide the kind of services and opportunities they feel like young people in the communities need. So we really, really are serious about giving the most at-risk youth the most opportunity to be the people they need in communities to turn things around.
That's amazing. That's really good.
Thanks, man. It's a great privilege, man, and a pleasure of mine to be doing the work.
I'm sure it's had a lot of challenges along the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you say you've come pretty far already? And how long has it been since I heard you started a nonprofit?
Yeah. Well, I've been doing the work for about 2 years now, but we just became a nonprofit within the last year. In February, we got the green light from the IRS to operate as a nonprofit. So we've been doing it ever since. But I've been kind of mentoring youth and engaged in my community since I was about the age of 19. So most of the relationships I have with the young men in my community, it's been 10 years plus since I've been out here and just trying to be a role model and a leader. So that's kind of like the, I even forgot what the question was you asked me. So
let's go back to the team that you're creating, and the leaders you're able to have available. How do you go about finding if somebody wanted perhaps to become a leader and help out the organization to also help the youth? How could they do that?
I feel like the most impactful kind of leader we look for are young men, around my age or a little older, who've been through what many of the young people are going through, and who've turned their life around and can be a testament to you don't have to be a product of your environment. You can be a positive producer of it. But those aren't the only type of people we try to draw in. While we have a healthy amount of those people, we want people from the outside who know nothing about the inner city, who want to partner up and come and engage and show our young people a better side of life and expose them to opportunities that people like me could never expose them to on my own. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for anyone and everyone who wants to make a difference in the world, but not only the world, the inner city in particular. Because I don't think in our current world of where we are as Americans, as a country, I don't think the inner city should exist. I think it's long overdue that we started providing opportunities for the most disenfranchised to engage into society in a meaningful way.
Amazing. Another question, it's pretty current. We just had an experience with Hurricane Irma coming. You know, at the beginning, Irma was said to be one of the worst hurricanes we could possibly experience, Category 5. You know, everyone was in fear. We had a lot of people leave. And what was your best memory from Irma, or something you could share with us?
I love hurricanes. I love hurricanes. I was looking forward to it. You know, you don't look forward to the loss of life or loss of property, but I look forward to the thrill that it brings. And I'm always looking for opportunities in times of chaos to be a light in the midst of darkness. So we saw people panicking, you know, trying to get their family and themselves ready for the hurricane. And you know, my team and I saw it as an opportunity. Let's get out and serve. Let's put ourselves second, and let's put others first, especially the most vulnerable among us. So my favorite memory was getting my team together and going out and putting shelters up for elderly women, single mothers, and people who wouldn't have been able to protect themselves. So that was the best memory I have, and hopefully you'll be able to share this with your team. And because it was such a blessing, and I want it to be something that whenever we get a natural disaster or something's about to happen, instead of us worrying about ourselves, let's see what we can do to start thinking about the most vulnerable among us. And that may not be us every time.
It's very true, very true.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And thank you for doing that.
Hey, it's my pleasure, man.
During the whole process of Irma, I feel it, you know, a lot of people actually meet during tragedies and horrible times like that. That's why we're here now, is to make this more intentional, and you know, have you also share with the group, you know, what they could possibly expect this Saturday. You know, and if you have anything in particular you want to kind of throw in there, just to kind of let them know what you're bringing to the table. With all the great stuff you've already shared, that'd be wonderful. Just go ahead and tell them anything you'd like.
I want to really inspire people to believe in what they have to offer this world. You know, people struggle with significance and finding meaning in life, but you're gonna hear from a high school dropout, from a broken home and a broken community, who, because of my belief and my God-given abilities, I've been able to overcome all types of barriers and things that people like me shouldn't be doing. So I really want to encourage your socks off with my story and get you to do things that you probably had deep down in your heart that you never felt like you had the courage to do. I want to give you the spark to find that courage to step out and do something crazy.
Awesome. Rickey, thanks, man. Honestly, everything you're saying is something we can all use in this life, in this world, and we look to hear and see more of it.
Absolutely. Thanks, bro. It's going to be great. Looking forward to it.